Hello, hello, my name is Jen and this is my channel Embracing Chaos. This is actually my first weigh-in video and it's a little later than I'm anticipating doing in the future. I've kind of been going back and forth because I'm not sure how I want to do it yet. Been looking at like lots of other people's weigh-in videos and some of them are really cool. A lot of them are really cool. I just can't decide what direction I want to go. And since this is my first one, I kind of want to go over a little bit more of my history as far as my weight loss goes. So I had to, it's just whatever, it is what it is, but I got to get something posted. So you guys are getting the generalized version. And if you have any suggestions as to how you'd like to see my weigh-in videos go, please feel free to comment down below. I'm more than happy to take any advice into consideration because I just can't decide how I want to do it. So, but I do know that I want to do a weekly weigh-in and then I want to go over my menu for the following week because I meal prep. So here's the deal. Right now, I go to Weight Watcher meetings on Zoom on Thursday evenings, so that's when I weigh in. When we start attending outside meetings again, I usually go on Mondays, so that might change. But for now, I weigh in on Thursdays, and that's when I go to my meetings. And then I meal prep on Sundays. So I feel like that Friday in between Thursday and then the Sunday is kind of a good time for me to do my weigh-in, obviously, and then my meal plan for the following week. And then my plan, but this is Embracing Chaos, so my plans, they're iffy, so that's all right. But my plan or my goal is to do a meal prep video on Sundays. So, but I do plan 2 weeks ahead for right now. That's subject to change as well, but typically I do. So anyways, let me start with my weigh-in. This is my planner that I use. I use this for everything. My whole life is in here. So I'm gonna be looking down at this. I took a bunch of notes because like I said, this is my first weigh-in video, so I kind of wanted to go over where I started. And I know I talked about this a little bit in my intro video. Here's my paper. How exciting. So I started Weight Watchers on February 3rd of 2020. And at that time, I weighed 266 pounds. So I'm not gonna go over every week, but I will just kind of go through each month. In February, I lost 9.4 pounds. In March, I lost 10. And for the month of April, I lost 11.8 pounds. So since February 3rd, I've lost 31.2 pounds. This week, I weighed in at 234.8. And that's 3 pounds down from last week. So I will take that. I'm definitely happy with that. You know, and I feel like I do a good job tracking. I track honestly. I've noticed since I started Weight Watchers, I typically tend to gain weight when I'm eating too much 0-point foods or I'm not eating enough food. When I stop getting those blue dots and I have over 10 points left a day, those are the weeks where I noticed that my weight did go up a little bit. Not real active. I want to be. I think I need to join some of these walking challenge groups that I've seen. But I've just been, you know, trying to get into a routine with working from home now, and then I have 2 kids that are doing e-learning, and so just trying to establish a new routine while we're all at home is just taking up so much of my time. I'm usually so organized and on it, so this is just, it's new for me. But anyways, that is my weigh-in. And then I do have, I do 2 separate menus for each week. I do one for myself, because like I said, I like to meal prep and I don't meal prep for my entire family. During the week, when we cook our family meals, I do try and make those Weight Watcher friendly. My kids enjoy it, and then we all get to eat the same thing, which is cool. So I'll go over both menus with you. I have mine and then my family's menu. So for me this week, I'm going to do Sloppy Joe spaghetti squash, which is a recipe that I found on Pinterest. And I think it may have been from another YouTubers, or even maybe from WW group. I can't remember where I found it for sure, but it's on my Pinterest account. So I'm gonna have to dig through that a little bit more. And if I can remember who I got this recipe from, if it's not just from Pinterest, I will make sure that I let you guys know when I do my meal prep video on Sunday. And then I'm going to be doing an Italian turkey sausage with onions and peppers, and I know I got that recipe off the WW app, and I'll make sure I keep that attached to my meal plan video as well. And then for breakfast, I'm going to be doing overnight oats, and I've got both of these recipes. Can't talk. Both of these recipes from Kristi at Planning Us Healthy. These were some of the first breakfast recipes I tried when I started Weight Watchers, and I eat them at least once a week. It's birthday cake, overnight oats with sprinkles, and then I have chocolate chip and peanut butter overnight oats that are so stinking good. My kids eat them. I mean, if I don't hide these in the refrigerator, we have two refrigerators. I have one in the house and then one out in the garage. If I don't hide these in the back of the refrigerator in the garage, my kids will eat them before I can. Boy, I just kind of zoomed in really quick, sorry. Anyways, if I don't hide them, my kids will eat them before I can get to them. So, and I try and make them their own, but mine don't always make it until it's my turn to eat them. So, we'll see. We will try this week, and I guess I'll keep you posted and let you know if my kids get to them before I do. All right, and this is my, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, my weekly meal plan. This is where I put my breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the kids, and then myself, some of the dinners. They are more generalized, more generalized menu plans. For the lunches and the breakfast, I try to do things that my kids can make on their own. How about that side? There you go. Even though I'm home, I can't leave my desk, because if I get a phone call when I'm out in the kitchen trying to make lunch or something for the kids, then that's frowned upon. So I do have a designated lunch hour, and I can make them lunch at that time, but typically they're hungry before 1 p.m. So I do things where they can get their own breakfast. And then on this side here, I make a list of the stuff that I need to meal prep. So I'm not gonna go over my meal prep video, or when I'm meal prepping, because you'll see that in the video. But you know, for the kids, for dinners, I'll just go over that. On Monday, I'm doing an Asian chicken bubble up, which I got from Drizzle Me Skinny. And this is the first time I've done a bubble up recipe. So, and I've seen a lot of them done by other YouTubers. So I'm really excited to try one. Tuesday night and Wednesday night, I do my home health care. So I go out into the home and take care of my pediatric patients. So my husband's on his own. So I just have lunch meat and sandwiches and chips with fruit for dinner on Tuesday night, which I'm pretty sure will just be lunch meat sandwiches and maybe chips if they grab it. But I did put fruit on the menu, so I'm attempting to incorporate some healthiness, but in the long run, at the end of the day, it's up to my husband and my kids to grab that fruit and eat it. So there you go. And then on Wednesday, I have hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. I like to do something on one of those nights too that my daughter Ava can cook, and she's a big fan of macaroni and cheese, and she's 12, so she's to the point where she's like figuring out how to read the recipes and do her own things, and macaroni and cheese is big on her list. Thursday night, I've got spaghetti with turkey meatballs, and I just bought the frozen turkey meatballs. I know there's better kinds out there, or I could make my own, but my meal prep list for Sunday is pretty stinking long, so turkey meatballs were not on there this week. And then garlic bread for the kiddos. I probably won't eat any of that. Friday we do leftovers. Saturday I'm going to be doing a turkey. When the whole quarantine thing started, I went out and bought as much meat as I could. Well, as much meat as my family, I felt like my family would need. So, and we did buy, we bought a whole ham because that's something we can cook, and then we froze a bunch of it so we can use later on. We also bought a great big huge turkey, and it was a really good price. And that's been sitting in my freezer for like 3 weeks. And I've had it on my menu for the last 2 weeks, and I keep forgetting to pull it out of the fridge or pull it out of the freezer and put it in the fridge. So this is my third attempt, and third time is a charm. Guys, remind me Wednesday night to pull the turkey out of the fridge. So on Saturday, we can have turkey with stuffing and mashed potatoes and fruit. And I'll be home, so the fruit is gonna hit the plates. Mark my words, we're having fruit with the turkey, and it's gonna be really good. And then on Sunday, I have a tilapia recipe that has also been on my menu for several weeks that I haven't made yet, because every time I get to tilapia night, I feel like something else. So we're gonna go for the tilapia recipe on Sunday night. So that is it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you wouldn't mind, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button and then the subscribe button as well. If you would like to be notified when I post another video, go ahead and hit the bell button next to the subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time I post a video, which is kind of cool because it is, I said. So anyways, thanks again for joining me tonight. Thanks for bearing with me on these videos. Like I said, I don't know how exactly I want to do my weigh-in videos and my menu planning videos, but it's a work in progress. Most stuff is with me, but I'm going to figure out something really cool. So in the interim, thank you guys for bearing with me. I appreciate it, and I will see you on Sunday for that meal prep video. Bye.